Hello everyone, hope you're all good and well. Personally, I've just come off the back of a dose of the old coronavirus. Luckily it wasn't too bad. A few days of a bit of extreme fatigue, catched up on a bit of Netflix, bad head, bit of a cough. But apart from that, all good really. I haven't passed anything on to my family and come out unscathed, so happy days on that department. Okay guys, so today I want to talk a little bit about habits. Hopefully, after listening, you can look through a few of your own habits, see how they're serving you, and decide whether or not you need to change a few of your own. So, why do our habits matter? Well, it's said that the quality of our life is determined by the quality of our habits. So, if you know a person that is successful, you can bet that that person has habits that are creating and sustaining that success. So at this point, I'd like to give you a quick example of what I'm talking about. Let's imagine two co-workers are going for the same job, same promotion, alright? Now one of them spends their evenings gaming, he's always on his Xbox, eating microwave shitty meals and drinking. While the other guy uses that same time to do courses from home to improve his academics, he eats healthy, takes his time with his meals, maybe plans ahead with his meals for the week, bit of preparation, and also exercising. The guy in the second example is clearly going to have a better chance of success just purely down to the habits that he's formed over time. So, how have we formed the habits that we currently have? Well, habits are behaviours that are repeated regularly, and through that regular repetition, they just occur subconsciously, naturally. So, put basically, if you perform an action regularly enough, it'll become an automatic action and therefore a habit. Unfortunately, the vast majority of us were never properly taught how to implement and keep positive habits. There are no school classes for it, and it's not something that many parents teach their kids. The best example of this are clearly New Year's resolutions. Every single year, millions of people make New Year's resolutions, but only 5% actually stick to them. A New Year's resolution is really just a positive habit that you want to incorporate into your life, or a negative habit that you want to get rid of, like smoking, drinking, all that. And unfortunately, most people have given up before January is even halfway through, never mind out. The best example I can give of this, and any avid gym goer will know, the January boom in a gym. You come through December, you can train away, everything machine to yourself. You come back after the Christmas shutdown and it's full to the rafters. You might not even be able to park on the car park. You can't move anywhere, you can't get on machines because everyone's there with the New Year's resolutions. We're going to get fit, we're going to lose weight. By the time mid-February comes round, the gym is back to normal capacity and it's business as usual for the avid gym goer. So, why are habits so hard to change? At a certain level, we're addicted to our habits, whether it's psychologically or physically. Once a habit has been formed, through enough repetition, it can be very difficult to change. So if we wanted to change our habits, or form a new habit, exactly how long would it take us to do it? The answer differs depending on which expert you listen to, or which article you read. In my own experience, going from a few things that I've read and a few challenges and changes that I've undertaken, such as training for Ironman, boxing matches, even tough challenges like 75 hard, where in a lot of those I've had to be awake and training while most people are still asleep in the warm beds. I found around 30 days of repetition is enough to form a habit. Those of you who are lucky enough to be subscribed to my fitness email list will have already had the information in this next section, probably in a lot more detail as well. If you'd like to be part of my rapidly growing email chain, just drop me your email address, I'll quickly add you to that. Okay, so this is how we break down the 30-day new habit split. I'm going to give you an example habit. It's just an example. Everyone's going to have their own habits, but I had to think of something, so I've come up with this. So the example habit is going to be exercising for 30 minutes each morning at 6 a.m. Now, already this is a challenging example with the early rise and the 30 minutes of exercise for some people. A very important part of beating any new habit is preparation. So I'm going to give you some winning tips for this example habit that we're going to be doing for the next 30 days. First of all, before you even go to bed at night, you might be excited about what you're going to be doing in the morning. You've got to tell yourself it's going to be hard when you wake up, but you're going to get up anyway. Go to bed telling yourself you're getting up no matter how you feel. Next, set your alarm clock across the other side of the room so you have to physically get out of bed to stop it. You can't just hit that snooze while you're in snooze mode yourself. You might even forget you've hit it. Make sure it's across the room. You have to get up and get it. Have your workout clothes neatly folded by your bed, ready to go, so you can get straight into them and ready for action rather than ratching through your wardrobe trying to find that t-shirt or whatever it is you need. Lastly, a nice tall glass of water by the bed to rehydrate yourself and start that wakening process. If that's not enough, brush your teeth as well. That's a hell of a start. If you do all them steps, you're winning already. So that's your preparation tips covered. Next, we've just got to beat these 30 days. So we'll do it in steps of 10 days. So the first 10 days are going to be the hardest days. The first 10 days of implementing or getting rid of any habit can seem impossible. They're definitely the hardest 10 days. The first couple of days, you might get up with excitement of a new hobby, new challenge. That might drive you up out of bed, but you've got to remember, after that, it's going to be the hardest. This is where those preparation tools are going to come in very handy. You've got to go to bed telling yourself, I am getting up. I don't care how cold the house is or I don't care how tired I am. I'm going to get up. You've got to have them preparation tools in place, alarm clock across the room, that drink of water at hand, clothes by the floor, ready to go. You've got to get up and get it done, no matter what the excuse is. You've got to remember why you started. So next up, we've got days 11 to 20. It's still not easy, in fact quite hard, but you've completed the first 10 days and it's considerably easier than those. This is where you've got to keep tight to your preparation. 1 day off quickly turns into 2 days off. Next thing you know, you've got a snowball rolling down the hill and taking your new habit with it. Keep focused, keep consistent, and remember why you started. Days 21 to 30. Now, starting this phase, you might already think that you've successfully implemented your new habit. And you'd be partly right. However, you are now going to be possibly and probably enjoying your new morning ritual. And this is where you positively associate pleasure with your new habit. And so it is vital that you see these days out and implement your new habit long term. Last year, I attempted the 75 Hard Challenge, which is a 75-day challenge where you do a few activities every day. You've got to do them every day. Now, one of the activities in that is to read a minimum of 10 pages. It's something I've always wanted to implement. I've always wanted to read, get some books read. Now, I successfully did 30 days of the challenge before I had to jack it in, just because I did not have the time to be doing the 2 45-minute workouts every day. Just couldn't fit it all in. But I did complete 30 days, and through that 30 days, I'm still reading a minimum of 10 pages a day. So that's a positive habit that I've implemented through 30 days of repetition. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you've got something from it. Please let me know if you have or you haven't. If I was a load of shite, just let me know. I'm open to a conversation on any of this. Feel free to drop me a message on it. Take care, everyone.